Hello, Leo. Welcome back to another reading, and honestly, what I am picking up for you right now is absolutely fascinating. I just pulled cards for you, and the energy that is coming through is so specific, so pointed that I need to share this with you immediately. This is not about some distant future or vague possibilities. This is about something that is happening right now in your energy field. And I think you're going to recognize exactly what I'm talking about as we go through these cards together. Before we dive in, I want you to take a deep breath because this reading is going to reveal some truths that you might have been sensing but have not fully acknowledged yet. Someone in your life, and I'm betting that this is someone significant, has been observing you very carefully. They have been noticing things, picking up on signs. And their feelings about you have been building to a point where they cannot keep this to themselves much longer. The cards are showing me that there is a revelation coming, and it is going to change the dynamic between you and this person in a major way. So let me start pulling these cards, and we are going to explore exactly what the universe is trying to tell you about this situation. Get comfortable because we have a lot to unpack here. The first card I pulled for you is the Four of Pentacles. And Leo, this card is speaking volumes about what has been happening beneath the surface. When I see the Four of Pentacles in this context, I am immediately drawn to the energy of someone who has been holding something very close to their chest. This is not about material possessions in your reading today. This is about emotional truth, about feelings that have been carefully guarded and protected. Someone has been watching you, and what they have observed has created such strong feelings in them that they have been gripping onto these emotions tightly, almost afraid to let them out into the world. Think about the imagery of this card for a moment. There is this sense of control, of keeping things contained, of not wanting to lose something precious. This person has been witnessing aspects of your personality, your actions, your energy, and each observation has added another layer to their feelings about you. Maybe they have noticed how you light up a room when you enter. Maybe they have seen your generosity with others or the way you handle challenges with such natural confidence. Whatever they have been observing, it has affected them deeply. And they have been holding on to these observations and the feelings they generate like treasures they are, afraid to lose. But here's what is really interesting about the Four of Pentacles in your reading. This card often appears when the act of holding on so tightly is actually becoming uncomfortable. You know that feeling when you grip something so hard that your hand starts to cramp? That is the energy I am sensing here. This person has reached a point where keeping their observations and feelings to themselves is becoming more difficult than the fear of revealing them. They have been collecting all these moments, all these signs that confirm what they are feeling. And the weight of keeping this secret is becoming too heavy to bear alone. I'm also picking up that this person might have been protective of their feelings because they were not sure if what they were observing was real or if they were reading too much into things. They have been looking for confirmation, for signs that you might feel something too. And Leo, the cards are suggesting that they have been finding those signs. Every interaction you have had with them, they have been analyzing it, turning it over in their mind, trying to understand what it means. And now they have seen enough, experienced enough, that they cannot pretend anymore that these feelings do not exist. The second card that came through is the Ten of Wands. And oh Leo, this is where the story gets really intense. The Ten of Wands is such a powerful card about burden, about carrying something that has become almost too heavy to manage. When I look at this card in connection with what we just discussed about the Four of Pentacles, I am seeing that this person is not just holding on to their feelings, they are being weighed down by them. This is someone who has been carrying the burden of unspoken truth, and it is affecting them more than you might realize. Picture this for a moment. Every time this person sees you, every time they interact with you, they are carrying this massive load of feelings and observations that they cannot express. They have been noticing the way you smile, the way you move through the world with that Leo magnetism, the way you inspire people around you. And all of these observations have been piling up like logs on their back. They have been trying to go about their normal life, trying to act casual around you, but the reality is that the effort of maintaining this facade is exhausting them. What I find really compelling about the Ten of Wands in your reading is that this card often appears right before someone reaches their breaking point. This is not sustainable energy. You cannot walk around indefinitely carrying a burden this heavy without eventually needing to put it down. This person has been strong, they have been disciplined in keeping their feelings contained, but they are approaching a moment where they are going to need relief. And the only way to get that relief is to speak their truth, to share what they have been observing and feeling. I am also getting that this burden is not just about romantic feelings, although that might be part of it. This is about a deeper recognition of who you are and what you mean to them. Maybe they have realized that you are someone extraordinary, someone they do not want to lose from their life. Maybe they have been noticing qualities in you that they deeply admire and respect, and they have been carrying around this awareness that you are special to them in a way that goes beyond casual friendship or acquaintance. The weight of recognizing someone's true value and not being able to express it is heavy, Leo. And that is exactly what this person has been dealing with. There is also this element of the Ten of Wands that suggests this person might feel somewhat trapped by their own feelings. They did not necessarily choose to feel this way about you. They did not plan to spend so much mental and emotional energy thinking about you and analyzing every interaction. But here they are, unable to stop noticing you, unable to stop caring about what you think and how you feel. And that lack of control over their own emotions has become another part of the burden they're carrying. Now we move to the Empress. And Leo, this card is absolutely beautiful in your reading. The Empress is one of the most nurturing, creative, and abundant cards in the entire tarot deck. And when she appears in a reading about someone who has been watching you and building feelings, she tells me so much about what this person actually sees when they look at you. This is not superficial attraction. This is not just physical chemistry, although that might be present too. This person has been observing the essence of who you are. And what they see is someone who embodies creative power. Someone who brings life and energy and growth wherever they go. Think about what the Empress represents. She is the ultimate creative force, the one who nurtures ideas and relationships and possibilities into full bloom. When this person has been watching you, they have been noticing your creative approach to life, the way you make things happen, the way you inspire growth in yourself and others. They have seen you in your element, doing what you do best, and they have been absolutely captivated by it. You might not even realize the full extent of your impact, but this person has been paying attention to all of it. What I find especially significant about the Empress in this position is that she often indicates someone who sees potential. This person has not just been noticing who you are right now. They have been recognizing what could be possible between you, what kind of relationship or connection could develop if given the chance to grow. They have been envisioning scenarios, imagining conversations, thinking about how good it would feel to be close to you in a more open and authentic way. The Empress energy is all about fertile ground, about conditions being right for something beautiful to grow. And this person has been seeing that potential every time they look at you. I'm also picking up that the Empress suggests this person appreciates your nurturing qualities, even if you express them in a very Leo way. Maybe they have noticed how you support your friends, how you celebrate other people's victories, how you create warmth and joy in your social circles. Leos have this incredible ability to make people feel special and seen, and this person has definitely been noticing that quality in you. They have been watching how you interact with others and thinking about how amazing it would feel to be on the receiving end of that focused Leo attention and care. There is also something about the Empress that speaks to sensory experience and physical presence. This person has been very aware of you on a physical level. They notice when you walk into a room. They are conscious of your energy, your voice, your laugh, the way you carry yourself. The Empress is a very embodied card, And I'm getting that this person's attraction to you is not just intellectual or emotional. There is a physical component to what they have been feeling, a visceral response to your presence that they've been trying to manage or control. The fourth card is the Nine of Pentacles, and Leo, this is where the reading takes a really interesting turn. The Nine of Pentacles is all about self-sufficiency, independence, and someone who has created a beautiful life for themselves. When I see this card in the context of someone who has been watching you and developing feelings, it tells me that this person deeply respects what you have built for yourself. They are not coming from a place of neediness or desperation. This is someone who has their own life together, who knows their own worth. And that makes what they are feeling about you even more significant. Think about the type of person who shows up as the Nine of Pentacles energy. This is someone who does not need another person to complete them. They have their own goals, their own accomplishments, their own sense of identity and purpose. And yet, despite being perfectly capable of being alone, despite having created a satisfying life for themselves, they have been noticing you and realizing that you are someone they actually want in their life. That is a very different energy from someone who is just looking for anyone to fill a void. This person has been observing you and thinking that you specifically would add something valuable to their already good life. I'm also getting that the Nine of Pentacles speaks to the quality of person who has been watching you. This is not some random person or someone who does not have their act together. This is someone mature, someone established, someone who has worked on themselves and achieved things they are proud of. They have been taking their time observing you because they are thoughtful and deliberate in their relationships. They do not rush into things. They do not make impulsive declarations. But when they do decide that someone is worth opening up to, it means something real because they have genuinely reflected on that. What strikes me about the Nine of Pentacles in your reading is that it suggests this person might have been hesitant to approach you precisely because they respect you so much and value their own independence. They've been thinking about whether getting closer to you would enhance their life or complicate it. They have been weighing their feelings against their desire to maintain the peaceful, organized life they have created. And the fact that their feelings have persisted and grown, despite these reservations, tells me that what they feel for you is genuine and strong, enough to be worth the risk of disrupting their carefully balanced world. There is also this element of the Nine of Pentacles that suggests this person sees you as someone who is equally self-sufficient and accomplished. They have been noticing that you are not desperate for attention or validation, that you have your own life and your own path. And that quality in you makes you even more attractive to them. They appreciate that you are a whole person on your own, not someone who would drain their energy or become overly dependent. They see the potential for a relationship between equals, between two people who choose each other not out of need but out of genuine appreciation and desire. The fifth card is the Page of Wands, and Leo, this energy is so perfect for what is about to happen. The Page of Wands is all about messages, new beginnings, and enthusiastic communication. After all these cards about holding back, about burden, about careful observation, the Page of Wands bursts onto the scene with youthful energy and excitement. This person is getting ready to speak up. They are preparing to deliver a message that they have been holding on to for far too long. What I love about the Page of Wands is that there is this quality of not being able to contain excitement anymore. Pages are young energy, fresh energy, and even if this person is not literally young, they are going to approach you with a kind of nervous enthusiasm that might actually surprise you. All that careful control we saw in the earlier cards is going to give way to a more spontaneous, authentic expression. They have been watching you for so long, holding their feelings so carefully. But when they finally decide to express themselves, there is going to be this rush of energy that comes with finally speaking truth. I am picking up that the Page of Wands suggests this communication is going to happen relatively soon. Pages indicate the initial stages of something, the spark before the flame. This person is in the process right now of finding their courage, choosing their words, looking for the right moment. They might rehearse what they want to say to you. They might drop hints or test the waters with small gestures or comments to see how you respond. The Page of Wands is exploratory energy, like someone putting their toe in the water before diving in. What is really beautiful about this card in your reading is that it promises authenticity. When this person finally approaches you with their truth, it is not going to be calculated or manipulative. The Page of Wands is sincere, genuine, and hopeful. They are going to share what they have been observing and feeling because they genuinely believe there might be potential between you. They are willing to be vulnerable, to put themselves out there, because the possibility of connecting with you more deeply is worth the risk of rejection. I am also getting that the Page of Wands can indicate communication through creative or unexpected means. This person might not just sit you down for a serious conversation. They might express themselves through a message, a gesture, a shared experience that allows them to show you what they feel without having to deliver some big dramatic speech. Think about how Leos often appreciate grand romantic gestures. This person might be planning something that honors your Leo love of being celebrated and appreciated in a way that feels special and thoughtful. The final card is the Wheel of Fortune. And Leo, this is such a significant card to end your reading. The Wheel of Fortune is about cycles, timing, fate, and major turning points. Everything we have discussed in this reading has been building to this moment. This person who has been watching you, carrying the burden of their feelings, recognizing your value, preparing to speak up, all of that is happening because the timing is right. The universe has been orchestrating this situation, bringing you and this person to a point where something needs to shift, where a new chapter needs to begin. Think about how the Wheel of Fortune works. Things turn, circumstances change, what was hidden becomes revealed. This person coming forward with their truth is not random. This is happening now because both of you are at a place in your lives where this connection can actually develop into something meaningful. If this person had spoken up earlier, maybe the timing would not have been right. Maybe you would not have been ready to receive what they have to offer. But now, with the wheel turning, conditions are aligning for something important to unfold. What I find most exciting about the Wheel of Fortune in your reading is that it suggests the situation is going to create a good to unfold. What I find most exciting about the Wheel of Fortune in your reading is that it suggests Sagittarius hands are aligning for something important to unfold. What I find most exciting about the Wheel of Fortune and about the Wheel of Fortune in your reading is that it suggests in your reading is that it is this suggests in situation to create turning point in your life. When this person finally shares what they have been holding back, when they reveal all the things they have been noticing about you, it is going to open up new possibilities that you might not have fully considered before. Maybe you have thought about this person casually but have not realized the depth of their interest. Maybe you have been so focused on other areas of your life that you have not noticed the signs they have been sending. The Wheel of Fortune says get ready because your awareness of this situation is about to expand. SIGNIFICNTL, I am also picking up that the Wheel of Fortune can indicate that this situation has a fated quality to it. This is not just about two people randomly developing feelings. There is something about this connection that feels like it was meant to happen. Like you were meant to cross paths with this person and they were meant to see you clearly enough to develop these strong feelings. The universe has been working behind the scenes, creating opportunities for this person to observe you, to interact with you, to build the foundation of what they are now ready to express. Trust that there is a bigger picture at play here. The Wheel of Fortune also reminds us that we always have choice even in the midst of fated circumstances. This person is going to reveal their truth. They're going to share what they have been seeing and feeling. But how you respond is entirely up to you. You might feel excited and receptive to what they have to say. You might feel surprised and need time to process. You might realize that you've been feeling something too, but have not acknowledged it. Whatever your response, the Wheel of Fortune assures you that this is an important moment in your journey, one that deserves your attention and thoughtfulness. So Leo, let me bring all of this together for you. Someone has been watching you very closely. They have been noticing things about you that have sparked deep feelings in them. They have been holding on to these observations and emotions tightly, carrying the burden of unspoken truth, but that burden has become too heavy to bear alone. They see your creative power, your nurturing nature, the abundance of positive energy you bring to the world. They respect your independence and accomplishments, recognizing that you are a complete person who does not need anyone else to make you whole. And now they are preparing to communicate their truth to you with genuine enthusiasm and vulnerability. The timing of all of this is significant. The universe has been orchestrating this moment, and you are standing at a threshold where new possibilities are about to open up.